Beckham! Dit is Beckham, neemt de bal aan! Dit is Beckham! Dit is Beckham! Dear, dear! I don't believe it!
Billions of people, one ball, one moment. The FIFA World Cup doesn't just crown champions, it creates legends. And sometimes, a single goal is so breathtaking, so impossibly perfect.
Alvaro Pereira hit by James! Oh, what a goal!
That it stops the entire planet cold. Today, we're counting down the top 10 World Cup goals of all time. Strikes that defied physics, left defenders frozen, and made grown adults weep in pure disbelief. Let's go. We open in Brazil, 2014. The Netherlands face reigning champions Spain. A long ball floats into the box, and Robin van Persie launches himself horizontally through the air, connects with a diving header, and curves it perfectly into the far corner. The goalkeeper doesn't move. He can't move. That's a 6-1 scoreline by full time, and this header is what started the avalanche. Few remember this one, and that's a crime. Saeed Al-Owairan receives the ball in his own half and simply runs. He dribbles past 5 Belgian defenders across the full length of the pitch and slots it home. It's pure, raw, individual brilliance. In 1994, a Saudi midfielder showed the world that magic has no borders. Argentina, 1978. Scotland's Archie Gemmill picks up the ball, dances through 3 Dutch defenders in the tightest of spaces, sells a goalkeeper a dummy, and chips it into the net. A goal so good it was featured in the film Trainspotting. Scotland still got knocked out, but nobody was talking about that. An 18-year-old Michael Owen receives the ball just past the halfway line in France, 1998, and he explodes. He blows past 2 Argentine defenders at full sprint, cuts inside, and fires low past the keeper. It was the moment a teenager announced himself to the world. England still lost on penalties, but Owen's strike lives forever. The greatest team to ever play the game scores the greatest team goal ever. Brazil, 1970 World Cup Final. 10 players touch the ball in a flowing passing move that tears Italy apart, and right back Carlos Alberto thunders onto a pass from Pelé and hammers it into the corner. Perfection in football form.
The 2014 Golden Boot winner earns it with this. James Rodriguez traps a high ball on his chest in one touch, spins, and volleys an absolute rocket into the top corner, all with his weaker left foot. Uruguay's keeper doesn't have a prayer. The whole stadium stands. James was 22 years old. Zidane's genius showed up throughout his career, but in the 2006 World Cup quarterfinal, his delicate chip over the goalkeeper, perfectly placed, almost arrogantly calm, was poetry in motion. This was a master at the peak of his powers. Magnifique. 90 seconds left. Netherlands need a goal. A long pass drops over Bergkamp's shoulder. He controls it with one touch, twists the defender inside out with a second touch, and slots it with the third. 3 touches, 1 second. A goal that shouldn't exist. Even Argentinian fans applauded. 60 yards, 5 England players beaten. 10 seconds of football that the world will never forget. Diego Maradona picks the ball up in his own half at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. He dribbles, and dribbles, and dribbles. Past one man, then another, then the keeper. The ball rolls in. Commentator Victor Hugo Morales loses his mind. Maradona called it the goal of the century, and nobody argued. Okay, we're bending the rules slightly, but no list is complete without it. Roberto Carlos lines up a free kick from an impossible angle. Every physicist in the world would have said what happened next was impossible. He runs up and hammers the ball so far wide that the ball boy behind the goal ducks. Then it bends and curves back inside the post. The French goalkeeper stands frozen, hands on hips, staring in absolute disbelief. Science? What science? These aren't just goals, they're moments frozen in time. Proof that football, at its very best, is the most beautiful sport ever played.
Which goal gave you chills? Drop it in the comments, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.